Hey guys, we got the new cards leaked and I'm gonna tell you my opinion on them. Let's not waste time, I'm gonna start this. So first up we have Dragonkind Operative. 5 mana, 5/6, Battlecry, discover a card from your opponent's deck if you're holding a dragon. Well, this card has premium stats. You discover something, so you draw a card. And you don't actually draw a card, you get to choose the card, which is always good. In a dragon deck it would be amazing. Well, you can't actually use it if it's not a dragon deck, so yeah, it's pretty good. Next up we have Kun, the Forgotten King. 10 mana, 7/7, choose one, gain 10 armor or gain 10 mana. Blizzard, what the fuck? Didn't you learn from the 4 mana 7/7? Now you give us a 0 mana 7/7. Just great. Considering the fact that you can't play it early game, kinda makes up for it, but it's still a very strong card. Pilfered Power, 3 mana spell, gain an empty mana crystal for each enemy minion. To be honest, I don't have an opinion on this card. It's kind of a meh card. It's a little better than Astral Communion. To be able to judge this card, I kinda have to play it, so yeah. Lunar Visions, 5 mana spell, draw 2 cards. If they are minions, they cost 2 less. So it's basically a 1 mana draw 2 cards. And if you're lucky enough to draw minions, not spells, well, it's a pretty good combo enabler. Yeah, it's a good card. It will see some play, I hope. Fel Orc Soul Fiend, 3 mana, 3/7. At the start of your turn, deal 2 damage to this minion. This card it's pretty good for 3 drop. Yeah, you lose the stats. It's a drawback, but it's not that bad. If you can heal it up, it's gonna generate some value. And I'm starting to think these cards are made for priests. So priests are gonna be a thing now. With this expansion, there is a new mechanic. You get the factions. Factions are basically neutral minions that are available only to the faction. Each faction has 3 classes. There are the Cabal, which is a priest, mage, and warlock. There is the Lotus, a rogue, shaman, and druid faction. And the last one is Grime Street, don't quote me on that, I'm not sure if that's the name, which is a hunter, paladin, and warrior. I've displayed the cards on the screen for each faction. My opinion on them is basically the same. These cards, to be honest, they don't look to be too good. They look decent, which in Hearthstone is bad. Not great. Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's like a jeweled scarab. Gadgetzan. This kind of sounds like an anime name. 4 mana 3/3. If you have no duplicate cards in your deck, you can create a custom spell. I have absolutely no idea what these custom spells are. The stats are bad, so the effect has to be amazing, and it sounds amazing. So until I know what these custom spells are, I can't tell you anything. It belongs to the Cabal faction. I know a guy. 1 mana, discover taunt minion. I like the name. Cabal Talent Priest. 3 mana, 3/4. Battlecry, give a friendly minion plus 3 health. This card is similar to Dark Cultist, but it's actually better because you can't your opponent can't play around it. Unless if you have something on the board, you're gonna give it health, which is always value. Yeah, this card is very strong. Kooky Chemist, 4 mana 4/4 Battlecry. Swap the attack and health of minions. This mechanic has been in the game since beta actually, but it's rarely used. It's often pretty good. It gives you favorable trades and unexpected lethals. Lotus Assassin, 5 mana 5/5 Stealth. Whenever this minion kills an enemy minion, it regains stealth. Yeah, this card is very good. It can make some pretty good trades. It has good stats. And if you leave it on 1 health, your opponent is more than likely to burn a board clear just to kill your 1 minion. If it's the only one. Maniac Soulcaster, 3 mana 3/4, choose a friendly and shuffle a copy into your deck. This card is hard to judge. It looks good. Yeah, it is pretty good. That's because it can generate some pretty good value. The stats for a true 3-drop are perfect. It's premium. It's borderline good. It might see some play. Piranha Launcher, 5 mana 2/4. It's a weapon. Whenever your hero attacks, summon a 1/1 Piranha, which I'm guessing is a beast. It's definitely a card worth playing with. It gives Hunter's value, but you can't ram it into your enemy's face. Well, you can, but it's far too slow for that. It might see some good play. Big Time Racketeer, 6 mana, 1/1, summon a 6/6. That's the death rattle. I am not gonna lie, this card is trash. It's a +1/+1 Twilight Summoner. Even the mana cost. And Twilight Summoner didn't see any play, so I'm guessing this won't see any play either. Finja, the Flying Star. 5 mana 2/4 Murloc. That's important. Stealth, whenever this attacks kills a minion, summon 2 Murlocs from your deck. Okay, this card is an epic card. I really want to see it in play. I want to see the animations. This card, it will be in fun decks, that's for sure. Mean Street Marshal, 1 mana 1/2 Death Rattle. If this minion has 2 attack or more, draw a card when it dies. So you have to invest a buff into this weak minion in order to draw a card. Stat wise, it's not good. It's not good at all. If this expansion offers up a cheap good buff, I might consider it being a good card, but so far it's pretty rubbish. Small Time Recruit. It's a 3 mana spell, draw 3 cards, which have to be 1 cost minions from your deck. This will be a perfect fit in a Murloc deck or a Zooish Paladin deck. It might see some play, I doubt it, but who knows. For this card, I'm pretty excited. Getaway Kodo, 1 mana secret, whenever a minion dies, return it to your hand. I really want to see the animations on this card. This card looks fairly strong, it doesn't look overpowered, it looks playable. It's an arena card. It will see some very good arena value generation, whatever. So when something dies, it returns to your hand and the death rattle triggers. So it could combo very good with Tyrion, perhaps. Or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Potion of Madness. 1 mana spell, gain control of your opponent's minion, which has 2 attack or less. It's kinda like Shadow Madness. I never could understand why people don't play Shadow Madness. It's a very good card in my opinion. And this card will definitely see play because it's even better. Second rate Bruiser. 5 mana, 4/5 taunt. Costs 2 less if your opponent has 3 or more minions. So this card has the potential to be a 3 mana 4/5 with taunt. It's cheaper than Yeti and has taunt. It will be amazing versus Zooish decks, which I have no complaint against. It will also slow down face hunters, which is also good. And if your opponent has a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and he goes first and you go second, then you're gonna have very, very good minion. And last but not least, and I am going to butcher his name, Witcher Flame Burn Brist, whatever. You can see it on the screen. 3 mana 2/2 taunt, divine shield. The damage dealt by this minion goes back to your hero's health. Like it heals, it doesn't add to the health. It will see... No, it won't see too much play. Usually on 3 mana, you don't need healing. You need it later on, but not on 3 mana. I'm guessing it might see some play, but not too much. I don't know, it doesn't look too good. I have to play it to know.